I'm chilling, man. Hanging out. You know what I didn't talk about last episode?
What's that?
My trip to the Bay.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk about that.
Please do.
Yeah.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, so I took a trip to San Francisco for 2 weeks. And I was up there at the Globe Institute.
Okay.
And that's ran by a man named Dave Gibson. He's a real cool guy. If you guys are interested in sound healing or even recording engineering, Dave's the guy. Hit him up at the Globe Institute. It's out there in Sausalito, California.
Yep.
But man, it was great. It was 2 weeks of this intensive like training with sound healing. These classes, they were 12 hours a day for 12 days.
Nice.
Yeah, it was like crazy. We worked with crystal bowls, all types of instruments. They taught us about the different frequencies, and we've seen it. But the TED Talk, where the cancer cells killed with sound. Have you seen that?
Yep.
Crazy, right?
Man.
Yeah, we watched it again in there, and they showed us that and all the different things.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And people always, I guess they don't, because when you have to explain it to people and you tell them like, hey man, everything's sound, right? Everything's sound, everything exists as a vibration. And I don't think people realize it.
You know why? It was maybe they don't equate sound to frequency. Because if you were to say frequency, I think people would be more accepting of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but everything we hear, everything we see,
and even thing
is vibrating constantly.
Right.
You know what I thought of? Beings with a higher vibration are probably harder to possess, because if you look at it like pendulums, right? Mm-hmm. And the frequencies swinging. Mm-hmm. And these entities, like, they're just going so fast, where would you jump in when that pendulum's swinging? Mm-hmm. The slower the pendulum, meaning the lower the vibration, the easier it is to gain access.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Right? If you're trying to get into a cave,
great visual,
and there's a pendulum swinging,
right,
and it's going real fast, you're never getting in that motherfucker. But the slower that shit goes, so I feel the same way for people.
That's a great analogy.
The lower their vibration is, it's easier for entities.
Right. I agree fully, but you just laid it out so people could see it. That was perfect.
And I was thinking about that. You know what gave me that visual? That video you sent me.
The one with the DNA. It looked like it was making the DNA helix.
I started looking at it.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? If that swings too fast, you would never be able to get through it. And then it dawned on me like.
And that's what you took from that.
Yeah.
Your mind's incredible, bro. I was just tripping off of all the patterns of like sacred geometry that were popping up, and the DNA, and just so much. It was just like, what the hell? And did you even see how certain colors started pairing up? I was like, yo, what the hell? This is wild.
What was that on? What page was that on? It was an Instagram page.
I'll look it up right now. We can shout them out.
But that was fantastic. But I mean, what's incredible too.
I'm over here fiending. I'm over here jonesing.
Is all the cultures.
Pass that, homie.
Yeah, I need to pass it. There's all the cultures that know about sound and its healing properties. I mean, even
that one you sent me was dope about the mushroom in the ear.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, that was good.
And the Bible, even in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was sound.
Justin Bellucci.
You guys look that up. Look that up on Instagram.
It's pretty gnarly.
I don't know what that thing is called, but it was phenomenal.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Your bun looks phenomenal.
The bun is phenomenal.
Your bun looks phenomenal. We gotta throw that on our shirt, bro. Your bun looks phenomenal.
Yeah, we'll give her 10%.
Yeah, man, it was amazing. Everything we learned. I mean, yeah. Shout out Dave Gibson. Who else? Sylvina. Shout out to Suzanne Sterling.
Thanks for taking care of my boy. Showing him the way.
They were wonderful, and all my classmates, much love. We had
putting up with him.
Yes, thanks for putting up with me.
I know he's a comedian.
You know what's funny, bro?
Oh God.
I'd come in there smelling like weed, and then be like, Emmett's here. Yeah.
Facts.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Kush is my cologne.
Exactly.
They smell you before they see it.
Yeah,
You
but it was
smell me?
amazing, bro. Like, because we were introduced to so many different, like Sylvina, she did kind of like tribal, kind of like slash, you know, had some yoga chants in there. Suzanne was very fucking like yoga, but also had like a little bit of tribal type stuff. So we were exposed to different aspects of sound healing because it's not just crystal bowls. I mean, they got everything in there, bro. They have sitars in there, bro. They have wooden flutes. They have drums. They have, and they explain to you what all these different things
Cymbal.
are for. Absolutely, bro. They have a giant gong in there.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, those types of sounds are good for breaking up negative energy in the body, and then the soothing sounds are good for clearing it out.
Nice.
So there's a whole process to it. It's not just like sitting there playing crystal bowls and
Yeah.
shit. And then you and I talked about the mantras and how.
Did you see the one with the frog sitting in the water and he's sitting there just croaking and the whole water, the whole pond is vibrating?
Yeah.
Like, man, and we just look at these animals, but that's why the ancients knew these animals were sacred, you know, because you can learn a lot from them.
Yeah. And the
Kung Fu on your ass.
DMT.
I might need this
What I was
on the
gonna
way
tell
home.
you, son, was you know when those Buddhist monks are right?
Yep.
Doing their mantras.
Yeah.
What they're doing is they're activating their I believe it's their hypothalamus and their pituitary to release DMT, and when they're making that noise and it vibrates off all the walls, the slight shaking vibration of the head releases that.
Wow.
And that's how they get into those deep
That is
Meditative
intense
states.
as
meditative
fuck.
states.
Right, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's funny because I grew up laughing at those guys because I always thought it was so silly. But growing up now, like thinking about it, that shit's crazy that they do everything. They have a purpose for it all. You know what I mean? Whether it's like, you ever notice how clean they keep everything? Like, dude, they clean every fucking day. Like, they don't allow anything, and their sanctuaries are fucking spotless. These guys are on routine, like never late for anything. Like, sometimes, like, shit, you can attribute that stuff to yourself, you know what I mean? And
Discipline.
yeah,
And being humble,
and
being
structure.
servants. Yeah.
Structure.
Openness.
Shout out the monks.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And just anybody on that journey, that enlightenment.
I'm good, man.
Because there's different different paths, you know. And we all have different, like, strengths, you know. Because when you start tapping into stuff, then you're aware of, like, your special abilities, you know. Your psychic abilities or your telepathic abilities or your ability to affect nature or matter around you or, you know, manifest things. So we all have our different strengths and we all have our different callings. And I'm just grateful that we're all together and learning together, like each one of us, like you telling me about the psilocybins and stuff and your journey. And then I'm watching you go on your, me and you been on a journey together, but now just taking it to another level where we're actually sitting at the feet of people who are masters of this shit so that we can really tap in, you know. It's awesome, man.
I said my goal in class. Everyone said their goal. And I definitely, you know, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I fully intend to do everything that we've spoken about. But my main goal for myself, right? There's offshoots of what's going to happen with this, this service.
Right.
But the main goal, and I said it straight up, I want to master the elements. Period.
That's fire, bro. I love that.
That's why I'm here.
I love that.
I want to master the elements.
I love that. Why not? Yeah. That's why I'm here. You said it perfectly.
I feel right now that anything less than that is a waste of a lifetime, bro.
Agreed.
If you're not here to learn about the magic within yourself, you're completely wasting your time here, bro.
Right.
Completely wasting your time.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm all about right now, brother. And the more and more that I learn, the more and more faith that I have that that's happening and that there's something greater than myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of the reoccurring patterns, I can safely say there is an intelligent designer out there.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
I'm watching his intelligent design. everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Beautiful.
It's insane, bro. And then we talked about the light languages: Sanskrit, Hebrew, Aramaic. I forget. There's 2 other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Sanskrit. Those words are not even really words. They're activating sounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we talked about the mantra Om Mane Padme Hum, right?
Right.
And that means God is the jewel in the center of the lotus.
When you said that, that's what made me think of that Erykah Badu, and that's why I played that for you.
Yeah, and they're just sounds. They're activating sounds. Hebrew as well. Hebrew, trip on this. With Hebrew, we already spoke about it. Did I tell you this? You know what a tetrahedron is? It's like a geometric design.
Yes. Okay.
I believe it's a 20-sided dice, like in Dungeons and Dragons. It's a 20-sided thing. Look it up.
Okay,
now you're
getting me going.
You know the 20-sided dice?
Yeah.
I think it's a 20-sided die.
Go ahead, keep talking. I'll bring it up.
All right. Anyways, if you shine the light through a tetrahedron, a clear one, okay, any different angle, you can make all 22 characters of the Hebrew alphabet.
Oh, wow.
By shining a light at different angles into a tetrahedron.
It's interesting.
And Hebrew's another language, like Sanskrit, that is, you're actually saying things. You know what abracadabra means? It's an invocation.
Yeah, I remember you sent me that
Remember
thing.
that?
That was pretty gnarly to read.
Yeah, it literally means I'm creating what I'm about to speak.
Hocus pocus.
On here, it just shows like a triangular pyramid.
Let me see.
The tetrahedron.
You got an image?
See, it didn't really show one.
This looks like one right here. This looks kind of... Oh, no. No, it is. It's just a fucking pyramid. It's not a 20-sided die. Not at all.
Let me see.
Tetrahedron.
Oh, wow. I thought you were talking about that right there.
No, it's this thing right here. That's what I thought, too. No, it literally says right there, tetrahedron.
So
if you shine a light into that at different angles, you can make all 22 characters of the Hebrew alphabet.
Wow.
That's insane.
It made me think of that tesseract we were talking about on the last episode.
Yeah, the tesseract.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane, bro. Yeah, so the knowledge, the different things that we picked up, and I haven't even started the sacred geometry classes in there. They have sacred geometry classes as well.
Man.
And I'm doing sacred geometry classes online, different ones. It's just part of a
on your
school
own
called
thing.
Sacred Geometry International.
Nice.
Bro, the different things, bro.
And you thought Emmett was cooking before.
Bro, this shit is crazy.
Keep cooking, brother.
It's crazy. You know the frequency of 432?
Yeah.
Okay.
Healing, right?
Right, the healing frequency, exactly. Well, it's also the distance to the sun. It's like 432 million miles or whatever they say or whatever.
Yeah.
There's like so many things you can correlate 432. And then the solfeggio, you know the solfeggio, the numbers, the solfeggio, what is it?
Nah, but it just sounded so cool when you said it though.
Okay, they all add up.
Right, that shit sounded official, bro.
Solfeggio.
3, 6, or 9, bro, and they're different frequencies. 528 is one of them. 5 plus 2 plus 8 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. They all add up to 3, 6, or 9.
3, 6, 9.
Yeah, they're called the solfeggio frequencies, bro.
3, 6, 9.
Yeah.
Damn, you fine.
Yeah.
You
And
got your 3, 6 mafia on.
Yeah.
Mafia.
Yeah.
Shout out to what's his name too that I be listening to all the time. Man, I'm faded right now. Bryson. What's his name?
Peebo Bryson?
Nah.
Bryson Tiller?
Nah, his song, Bryson. Twin Flame. What's my boy name?
What the hell?
NLE Chopper.
Oh.
Yeah, he be talking about the 369. 369. I write it 3 times in the daytime,
Bro,
9 at nighttime.
Yin Yang Twins.
369. He be hip to that.
Remember Yin Yang Twins? 369. Damn,
Hey.
you fine. So I can tell me one more time. Get low.
They was just trying to get low.
Yeah, bro, that's it.
So check this out. This is something that I learned, not even in that class, but before I was going, and which kind of made me want to go really bad. If you look at the frequency of 144 hertz, the shape of it looks like lips. And they call it the lips of Ra. And what's dope is if you multiply that by 3, you get 432.
Nice.
The Holy Trinity.
Beautiful.
Very holy.
144 times 3.
Right.
Crazy, right?
And there go that 44 again, resonating. Yep. It's funny when you get into those numbers, man.
Kush and Chemtrails, the world's most dangerous podcast.